Joan and the Golden guys of the Golden Bachelorette are moving on to hometowns. But don't let a few shots of cute grandchildren and heartwarming reunions with kids and family members fool you. This is a Bachelor preview just like any other, and it is chock full of fake-outs and misleading moments meant to stir drama and draw us into next episode. So let's take a look at this thing and see if hometowns are really going to be as dramatic as this preview implies, and as per usual, please, no posting any outright spoilers in the comments section below unless you can back it up with sleuthing, and a link to the full preview is in the description.
I'm so excited for hometowns.
Welcome to Wichita, Kansas.
But hometowns look different for our age. You're meeting children, grandchildren.
Have you kissed my grandpa?
Okay, I did. It's embarrassing, I know.
Yeah, kid, as embarrassing as it is, Joan did kiss your grandpa, and a lot of other grandpas too. But this is Pascal's grandson, as we can connect Joan's outfit here to this shot from a few seconds earlier. And hometowns this time around is a bit different, at least for the Golden version of this show. Instead of meeting protective parents or grumpy dads, we'll be seeing children and grandkids and brothers or sisters. But for now, I'm just going to be taking in which family members are connected to which hometown, because that's going to help us figure out where some of the upcoming drama is actually going to be coming from, and if it's legit or just some misleading preview editing. So, let's keep going.
I've fallen for this woman.
Would you get down on one knee?
Yes.
I want you to be happy. And I want you to find like that forever person.
Okay, now here we get a grand declaration from Guy. An immediate yes to the question of whether he would get down on one knee or not. We'll see, but I'd also like to point out that this woman right here seems to be Pascal's daughter. We can kinda see him in the corner here, but we get a better look in this shot from last section. Now, this information doesn't mean much right now, but we are gonna come back to it later. Otherwise, I'm just excited to snoop Pascal's hometown more than anything. Like, apart from the possibility of a Mark hometown and seeing a former Bachelor come back, but this time on the other side of the hometown fence, seeing Pascal's lavish lifestyle was the only other thing I was hoping for hometowns. So sorry, Wichita, no offense intended. Moving on.
You've never come up and been like, I'm so in love with someone.
Yeah.
That's very genuine.
Am I right? Are you in love with Joan?
It's getting closer.
Your father is the one that I worry about that maybe he wouldn't pick me.
Okay, now let's pump the brakes here. We got a major fake-out alert. So this section of the preview is all over the place. First, with a weird edit with Jordan and his daughter where she says, "You've never come up and been like, I'm so in love with someone," but like the audio kind of trails off, and I mean, come on. Does Jordan really enter this hometown suddenly crying out that he's so in love with Joan? I don't think so. This part's definitely misleading, and they've thrown a shot of him smiling and some happy music on top to draw us away from what's really going on with Jordan, which we'll get into in a sec. But then things turn to Chalk, who tells, and I'm assuming this is his dad, who I believe Chalk has said is still going strong, well, Chalk tells him that he's getting close to saying he's in love with Joan. However, that takes a wild turn when they put in a shot of Chalk embracing his kids, with Joan then talking to Chalk's daughter and saying that her father is the one she worries is not going to pick her. Which is crazy. Like, of all the men, the one who hangs on her like a hawk is the one who might not pick her? This is the guy you think might not pick you? Well, of course, this is a fake out, and we don't even need sleuthing to know this. But also, yes, we can sleuth and confirm it as well, as Joan's outfit here isn't a match for the one she's wearing in Wichita on her hometown date with Chalk. It's actually her outfit on her date with Jordan. And Jordan being the guy who Joan fears might not pick her back is something that makes a lot more sense. I mean, of all the guys, as I see it, Jordan has the most lukewarm chemistry with Joan. And who knows, at any moment the guy might go and ask out Taylor Dane again. Also, Joan having some reservations about Jordan really lines up with the sleuthing we've done this season so far. Mainly with Jordan being notably absent from any final filming location shots, indicating that this is going to be his last week on the show. Moving on.
I do have doubts that she feels as strong for him as he does for her.
So is this real?
I'm not sure if he's ready.
I hope we can make more big steps.
I just want to make sure that you think it's worth trying.
Yes, and we've stepped into the dramatic, intense part of the preview. But I mean, I don't buy some of this. Chalk coming in saying, "Is this real?" Well, it certainly does seem harsh and worrying when you throw in this Hans Zimmer music on top of it, but knowing this guy, he's probably saying, "Is this real? Is this real life? Pinch me, Joan, I must be dreaming. I can't believe you're actually here with my family." Like, there is no world in which their hometown date goes so bad, or Joan does something so wrong that it has Chalk wondering if their connection is real. Other than that, yeah, maybe this family member of Guy's feels like he's more into Joan than she's into him. Maybe she comes around like so many often do by the end of the hometown date. But certainly this "I hope we can make more big steps" moment with Jordan is a red flag. Not about him, but more so about their connection. We often see the guys who are just a little bit slow in their connection and not far enough along in the game by this point, coming in and saying stuff like, "Yeah, things are great and I hope we can continue to be great," while the other guys are already saying stuff like, "I'm falling in love with you, Joan." And usually these guys go home real quick, and that's going to be the case with Jordan. Alright though, let's now finish this preview off with another big fake out.
I thought by now I would feel more confident about them all.
He's not gonna pick you.
Having my heart broken would be devastating.
Like, could I leave here alone?
And there the preview ends, with yet another worry from Joan about leaving alone after this daughter of someone declares he's not going to pick you. Which, okay, I suppose this might not be a fake out. There is a world in which this woman legitimately dislikes Joan or something, and it's this big dramatic moment where she tells her that daddy's not going to pick you, na-na-na-boo-boo. And this is Pascal's daughter. A quick trip over to Pascal's Instagram page where he posted this confirms it.
Just thinking of my dad as a Chippendale may scar me. It may scar me a little bit.
Not to mention, Joan's outfit here matches the one from this shot. But this moment of "he's not gonna pick you" could be so misleading. I mean, it looks like it could actually be coming from the middle of a sentence. So there's so much context that could be missing. For example, her saying something like, "Don't worry about if he's not going to pick you," or "If you don't want to visit Paris every year with him, he's not going to pick you." I don't know, you can theorize a million ways that makes this statement less damning than the preview is implying, but whatever the case, the outcome of this episode is the same. Pascal is getting a rose and moving on to fantasy suites on this cruise, where there is actually something dramatic that seems to happen, and Pascal's chances of making it to the final two are, in my opinion, nearly non-existent, at least in comparison to Chalk and Guy. But whatever happens on this hometown, whatever these kids say, the sleuthing all points to Jordan being the one headed into the back of this limo at the end of next episode. So that's it for this preview breakdown for week 6 of The Golden Bachelorette. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts and theories in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.
I thought by now I would feel more confident about them all.
He's not gonna pick you.
Having my heart broken would be devastating.
Like, could I leave here alone?